Hi, everybody. I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is blessed today. I am finally 3 weeks and 4 days post C-section. I am so grateful for that we approaching that 6 week mark. Please, I know my hair looks a mess. It's not done. I'm not done. I look a mess. But please be kind on your girl because I'm not coping with C-section recovery. It just freaks me out. Everything about it freaks me out. So I'm taking it a day at a time. Today I think it's time, and today we are going to be speaking about my pregnancy journey and my birth story. So we're going to start off from the very beginning. I was on a contraception. I was on the IUD, the non-hormonal one. And the reason I chose the non-hormonal IUD is because I've tried, I think, 2 or 3 types of the pill. I've tried the injections 2 months and 3 months, and the side effect I had was severe migraines, severe mood swings, depression, severe anxiety. Like, the list could go on, but the worst part of it for me was the severe migraines, and the anxiety as well. Those two, yes. So I just decided to cleanse my body and just get off everything hormonal. So when I found out about the non-hormonal IUD option, I opted for that. Anyways, it was placed in sometime last year, in the beginning of the year. My womb contracted so much. I think it's the womb. Yeah, the womb contracted so much that it shifted the IUD, meaning it's not going to perform the way it should. It had to be taken out and another one inserted in. And that was when we saw that I had a cyst, and then, yeah, we scheduled a cystectomy with the doctor, and he said, let's do the IUD replacement and taking out during that procedure so I don't feel nothing. I'm asleep. Everything is done one time. So anyways, that was done. He put in the other IUD, done the procedure. The procedure is a story for another day. I will get to that. Ladies, please remind me if I do forget about that, because for educational purposes, for women out there experiencing the same things as I did. Okay, so everything was going good. The pains was a bit much the few days because of the procedure plus the IUD business. So it was much a few days, then it went away. Everything was okay and good. And then I think it shifted again, if I'm not mistaken. No, this time it fell out. This time it fell straight out because of the amount of bleeding and contractions I had. It just fell out during a bathroom use. TMI, but it fell out. So yeah, then I went back to my doctor because I was so on this IUD business that it had no hormones. That was the only option I had and whatnot. So we went back to the doctor, got another one inserted in. Everything was going well, seemed to be going good, wasn't much cramping. Then I think it was 2 to 3 weeks, I started bleeding more often. I think it didn't stop. It was continuous, and I had some cramping. So I decided something isn't right. Let's go back to the doctor before the follow-up appointment to check if it shifted or it's in place. So I think I went a week earlier than I supposed to go. So we went to the doctor, we got at the gynae, and that's where he saw that it was shifted again. It was shifted again. First time shifted, second time fell out, third time it was shifted again. So clearly my body and my uterus, my womb, was not agreeing to that, and it was rejecting this device thingy. So the doctor even made a comment to me. He says, oh my gosh, thank God you aren't pregnant. Thank God you're not pregnant, because it shifted all the way. And then he proceeded to remove it. We spoke about replacing it again for some reason, or looking at other options. Then we said, okay, we'll get to that in time, because you have to go and now buy it and whatnot, because medical aid only pays once a year for this device. So yeah, we went home with the fact that we're not on contraception, nothing. And I was having strange symptoms. I was feeling sick, like overly tired, nauseous. It just came to a day where one day I just vomited, and that's not normal for me. So my husband kept telling me, listen, just take a pregnancy test. Just take a pregnancy test. And I just kept brushing it off. No, no man, it's gonna come. My period is going to come. It's going to come. It's just symptoms, maybe, PMS symptoms or whatnot. Women and all we go through. Yeah, so I just keep brushing it off. No, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Then it proceeded. I was having more and more of these weird symptoms. I even had a dream, guys. When I dream about babies, I'm always pregnant. It's when I'm pregnant. So I had a dream. I know it's weird. Women go through weird things. I know it sounds weird, but I don't know if anybody else out there experience dreams. But I've had a dream. I had a son. I was going to buy milk for him. I looked at him. I held him. I felt him, and he was so real. And then I told my husband about this dream. The more I told him about it, the more he was like, take the test. So one day we went to town. My period, I think, was then late by a few days, if I'm not mistaken. And I wasn't even sure. I was like, maybe I got the dates wrong. But anyways, we bought the test, 2 of it. We got home. And we did groceries that day. So as my husband was unpacking the stuff, taking them inside, I went straight to the bathroom. Normally with my tests, if I'm pregnant, they just show up like that. 2 dark lines for both previous pregnancies. But every pregnancy is different, guys. Because this time, the test was there. The one line was very dark. The other one, you had to do this. You literally had to go very close and, do the put it in the light and whatnot. And that's what I did. And there was a very faint line. If you never had eyes like mine to notice that, you were not going to think that you were pregnant. You were going to take it as being negative. So anyways, I showed my husband. Eventually it got a little bit darker and he was able to see it. So he went to work the next day. I took it early in the morning again. Same story, very faint line. So I booked an appointment at my doctor. Still no period, no nothing. So we went to the gynecologist. And he did a blood test. 3 hours later, we found out that I am pregnant, just very early along. I think it was 4, 5 weeks, somewhere there, yes. And we were stressed, shame. We did not plan a 3rd pregnancy. The stress. The stress will stress the stress out of you when it is not planned. But anyways, babies are blessings and they are beautiful. It's a blessing to have a big family and a beautiful family. So yeah, that's how we found out about the pregnancy. Now fast forwarding, symptoms, guys. For this one, I was so sick. I could not eat anything, drink anything. I prefer vomiting, honestly, but I could not vomit. I was just severely nauseous as hell. I was tired, so tired, so tired. It's like something in my body was gone. I was like a dead person, a zombie basically, that had to open the eyes and move around. But the sickness, I could not vomit. These times I actually went TMI again to the bathroom, and then I put my hand down my throat just to get some relief and vomit out whatever I had to vomit. But the nausea, I think it was 3 months. Then I was a bit okay. Then I was okay. There's certain things I did not like meat for a while. I would like veg. I could just not down meat. Then it came to a point in pregnancy where I loved meat. I was craving meat. I needed meat. Fast forwarding again, I think it was just before 5 months pregnant, if I'm not mistaken. Please forgive me, my mind and the times and the months. But yeah, should be around the 20-something weeks. I think 23 weeks pregnant. I started to lose, again, TMI, my mucus plug. So I was a bit concerned about that. I was having period cramping and just odd things going on. And I know they say in pregnancy period cramping is normal, which is true because I've had 2 prior pregnancies and I used to have period cramping, which means the uterus is expanding, the baby is growing and whatnot. So I assumed that's that, but that did concern me. So I did speak to my doctor. He said I should see him. We went to him and he did an examination and the cervix was starting to efface and soften and whatnot. So that was a concern. So we had to book a cervical cerclage. Ladies out there who had them, you know them. For those who don't know what a cervical cerclage is, It is a procedure where they put you to sleep and they basically do a very tight stitch on your cervix to stay closed to prevent preterm labor and or miscarriage. That is what it is. So we went in for that procedure. There was cramping and all of that. My cramping proceeded like throughout the rest of my pregnancy. It was a concern. I would be in and out of hospital for this. I would be having like contraction-like symptoms. But when you get to hospital, they will tell you it's not contractions. It's just you feel in pain. Then they would find out now it's a UTI or some infection and give me antibiotics for it. But the pains proceeded throughout the pregnancy, which sucked. It was always a stress to me. It was so stressful. Every minute, every day, every second, I'd be thinking, am I going to lose my baby? It was very stressful for me. But yeah, we got through that. The pains got more and more the further along I got in my pregnancy. And yeah, I would have like back pain, all types of pain. But guys, from 8 months pregnant, I was dying. I was ready to give birth at 8 months. I was like, Lord, can the time just move faster and faster? I was so much in pain everywhere. My body ached. The swelling was not too bad this time around, but the prior to I had a lot of swelling on the legs. Swelling was not the issue, it was pain. I was in pain either with period pain, contractions, Braxton Hicks, whatever you call it, but it felt like contractions, back pain, lower down pains. There was so much of pain. I was just over it. Yeah, then